Hello, good morning. Hi, Twisted Seed. How are you doing today? Zilby's here with us, but we'll see if he jumps up on his platform today. I was looking at Dom stuff because I was answering. Not bad, excellent. That's good to hear. I was answering a question on Discord about why when you click on a parent element, when the parent element has an on-click on it, why does that cause the on-click to fire if you click on the child element? And it's it just reminds me, like, the web is so easy to get confused with because it's not intuitive. Wally, hello. So you came to the moment where your Windows needs to be formatted. You were thinking you can switch to a different system like macOS or Linux. You've experienced the Arch, but not very much at all. Maybe you can recommend you one or another system. You program, conduct Zoom meetings, work on Word files, and sometimes play games in your spare time. So if you want something that can play games, your really only choices here are something with like a Debian base, or of course, something with a Debian base, or something with Windows. Like that's really it. Like Mac OS is not obviously good for gaming. I don't game on this system really. And I have the Windows system that I stream with that I game on. So there's that for the consideration. For work considerations, none of them really matter very much. You can get Word and the Office suite natively for Mac and for Windows, but there's a cloud version now. So if you can use it in a browser and that's okay for you, then like that doesn't matter either as well. So it kind of sounds like it comes down to the gaming, right? Uh, Proton from Steam, if you're going to use Steam games, is probably the absolutely best. um what is it, like, not like a virtual environment, but it's like the best environment to run Windows games on. It's like it's amazing how well it works. And that's kind of like behind the scenes. That's kind of how the Steam Deck works. Hi, Zilby, what's up? Do you want? No? Oh, you're interested in the he's interested in the green screen today. Tigregalis, hello. Have I tried Leptos yet? No, I have not tried Leptos yet. So I have not had a chance to find it intuitive or not. It's on my backlog. It probably will take a while before I can get to it though. So if you install Arch, you can play Steam games as well. So I'm not familiar with Arch. Theoretically, like, if you can install Steam on it, then most likely yes. So the big thing on my backlog right now is to finish and build this LMS project. So that's the current thing, is the LMS, and then I want to build at least one, maybe two courses on it before I start going like adding other things. So that's why it's like a big backlog right now. It's not a huge number of things. It's several big things. It's a couple big things. So it'll be okay. Well, he got tired of hanging down here with me and not he didn't want to hang out on camera. Have I tried building a programming language yet? You just started crafting interpreters and trying to implement in Rust. No. The closest I've ever come is creating a series of like sort of codes that like do things when you like send them into the system, but that's not really a language per se. I wouldn't even consider that a domain specific language, a DSL, but I guess it's as close to that as you can get without it being there. That being said, like I don't really have a interest in doing that, and like I feel that there's so many other things that I want to do. I have to be careful with my time. But how are you having it? Are you having fun with it? I've heard that it's an interesting project. It's like one of those things where I would love to if I had infinite time. But you know, it's like all I would need is not to have to work at all, and then I can just do all these things, and it'd be fun. But yeah, it's the conundrum of having a day job. The author really demystifies it. Awesome, that's great. Lumicode, bonjour, hello. It's been a while. How are you doing? And oh, thank you for the resubscription, Lumicode. 4 months now. Thank you so much. All right, Lumicode. It's been a while. How you been doing? And the book, okay, the compiler book is free online too. Oh, that's nice. It's nice when there's so many good learning resources that are now free online. That's so good. You sprained your knee, but you're good otherwise. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Spraining things sucks. Or just like being hurt sucks. All right. I don't need that open right now. Not gotten a response from that, but probably won't. When did they send it? They sent it. Oh, they sent it at 4:21 a.m. So probably not going to respond for a while. So let's. I still love how every time I open up the rest the play rest, it like just adds something that I had to the top of it. You can almost see how many times I've opened it but not used it by the number of extra lines that doesn't make sense. Okay, today. Oh, today we're in testing. Today we're doing testing. So we have this sort of variable thing object that we're going to be passing in when we attempt to log in. When I run that, I don't in the test. I don't want to actually create a new account. So I want to intercept it and just make sure that everything looks kind of like this. So I think that I can. So we have mock data. This isn't exactly mock data that I want to like respond with. This is more like mock going out data. So like intercept data. Maybe let's do that. Let's do intercept data. Yes. I want to grab this. Let's see. So this is a TypeScript file, so we need to do something like export, uh, create accounts. Oh, it's probably going to be a function that will then set this up for us. Okay, so let's do export function. Create account. We're going to take in an email, which is a string. Password. String. We're going to expect back this thing. So I need to create an interface for it. Interface, create accounts, GraphQL statement. Okay, so looking at this, I wonder if I want to pull this in just up there to the interface and then sort of deal with that. Well, I guess this one. Oh, so if I go like this, we're gonna have like a return and then an object here. Close you. Okay, so I think we're getting closer to be okay. We're missing this. Okay, so you're gonna be. Okay. I'm surprised it's okay with this. This being an empty object. I thought because like we have stuff in here. Feels weird. Okay, let's I try to save you. You're okay. I need to remove the. There's weird stuff. Oh, because it's a string. There's a string thing. So like, I think the N's and the T's I think are okay. See if I can make this look a little bit better. So we have variables. Okay, so that's going to be the email. The password goes in here. Okay, then the query becomes this string right here. And that goes pretty much all the way into the end, right? Well, this is list courses. I don't want list courses. This is going to be a mutation. Okay. I wonder if that's still a query. But okay, you're going to be not this. So let's find out exactly where this ends. Oh, I have both. I have the mutation and the other thing in here. Oh, okay, I got it. So okay, so query mutation, create the account, email password is in here. Okay. Create account, user, email, password. Here's the end of that. Okay. So that seems to be the object. I think there's a oh, and variables are in here. So variables email, and that goes in here for email like that. Okay. I think I got it. So for this interface, we're gonna have variables. You're gonna be an object, which so it's another interface. This is gonna be the create account user, GraphQL user that has email, string. I think it's semicolon for these. Password, string. Absolutely required for both of them. Variables then is going to be the create account GraphQL user. Okay. What are you upset about? Oh yeah. Okay. So we have the variables, and then query is next. So query. Query is going to be a string, and then we have this operation name, which is going to be a string. Okay, and we're going to take in an email and a password here, which means we return this object. So variables email. Okay, so the email and password we're going to replace here with you. Okay, so then that should now allow us to create what this GraphQL statement is going to look like, and we want it to appear like this. What's a little bit concerning is that they sent it together. I don't want that. I want when I'm trying to create the account, it's just as the one thing. Okay, so let's okay, so save you. This is create account in the auth spec. We're going to import from intercept data. Surprised it doesn't sort of find it in there. I would have expected it to find that. Okay. So we're routing the GraphQL URI. When we hit that with a post, when we hit that with, oh, so the problem is that when I go there, it's going to hit twice, I believe. I don't care about the first time we hit it. I care about the second. So we're navigating to slash. We find the get started link. We click it. We get the so we find the email form field and we enter it with something. So I guess let's also do let email is going to be equal to that. So we fill in the email. We do exactly the same thing with password. Let. Okay, this is which language are we in? Okay. Email passwords. We do that thing. Okay. So then we fill the password. We get by role. So we get the button and we click it. At this point, I want to capture the route. It kind of makes me wonder, can I do something like can can I put this here? Where we say, okay, here's the email and password we're going to do. Go to slash, find the link to the get started to the create account page, click it. Expect that the URL matches that. Then start intercepting routes. Okay, then do that. Let's try this. Okay, so I think let's make sure I have the latest everything in here. So I want MPX playwright test can create. What's it called? Can create account. Did not find. Okay, great. Well, this runs all the tests, so we'll see whether or not this works. Okay, that worked. One negative thing, because I intercepted, but I didn't do anything. I bet I created an account. I bet I created an account. I need to go and find what account I created. So let's see. We can do that with. There's a MPX playwright. Right. I can do a show trace. Show report. That's what I want. Okay, so can view a course, test title, can join Discord. Wait a second. I don't see. I see the accessibility tests. I don't see create an account in here. I don't think it ran the test. We can actually see this here, right? Yeah, courses, LMS. Okay, so, oh wait, auth. Well, here it is. Can create an account. Does the report only get created if it's a failure? Maybe it does. Maybe I have it configured that only creates the report on failure, which would, I guess, make sense. But I need to now log into auth0 and find what that user was. Which unfortunately, auth0 doesn't let me sort by created date, which is a little bit unfortunate. However, luckily I don't have that many users. I'm not seeing any without logins, which means that it did not create the user. Okay. Oh, because I intercepted but didn't continue it. I think that's what happened. So I intercepted here. I don't continue it or do anything with it. So like there's no real test. Okay. Got it. Now what I would like to do is can I log? I wonder if I can log. So this would be body I'm curious about like what this is going to be. No, no, don't show the report again. Okay, that's exactly what we expected it to be. Okay, so we see the body here, and we see this big long object. Now, what's interesting is that I am seeing it send both. It's requesting the LMS courses, and it's also trying to create an account at the exact same time, which I'm not exactly sure why it's doing that. And it's a single query, so it's not like it's two queries back to back. It's a single one together. Did I accidentally leave that in there somehow? Well, let's set this up to fail that, and then we'll deal with it. So okay, I want we grab the create account here. What are you upset with? Yes, I did. Oh, now it can find create account. That's what was going on. Is I put the .ts at the end of the name and it didn't like that. Okay, so we have this body here. I want const expected body equals create account. There we go. So email and password. So we can just pass in email and password like that. We get you. I now want to check to see that this body matches that. So expect body. So there's two equal. This match recursively checks the equality of all fields rather than, okay, so two equal expected body. And this should fail. And then I think, can I also put in a test here to like this route should be like called more than once? I might be able to. Let's see. I see that it's returning something. So route returns. Oh no! Wait, no, no. There's not. There's nothing here. It doesn't return anything. It takes in a URL. And it takes in a handler. I'm confused about that. Is that? Oh, it's no. This handler. This is the handler. Okay. The handler returns an any and options. Got it. So that means this doesn't return anything. Oh no, no. Here it is. This is the return. I get back. Okay, so this colon indicates a return to the route. I get back the number of times. Okay, so an object with times in it. Oh, great. Perfect. Okay, so I want to, for this route, so const GraphQL route. And down here, I want an expect GraphQL route dot times. To be 1. Oh, it's a void. Okay, never mind. I was kind of hoping that that would be set like that. I wonder, I guess we could do let GraphQL routes called, and we set that to 0. Inside of here, we increment you. So we expect you to have that, then we also increment you. So GraphQL routes called is equals to 1, and then expect. So you don't need anything here. And then this is going to be the GraphQL routes called. And I expect you to be 1. All right, let's try that. Well, that's fun. Oh, that's supposed to be an await. Interesting. I'm getting an error elsewhere now. So the can create count the error that I'm expecting that. Execution context was destroyed. Okay, so it navigated away before it could do anything. How about that create account? Okay, this one was bad because it received this stringified object. Okay, so we need to JSON. Okay, so it's not that one. We need expect JSON.parse. Or an empty object? Or I guess like or a string. I guess that I don't like that. I wish this wasn't like or nothing, but I guess it doesn't know that it can't be that. I wonder if I can tell it like, hey, it's going to be a post request, so it's definitely going to work. All right, let's try this again. Okay, this time we're getting only the create accounts failing, which is what we expected. It's running each of them twice because I've set it up to just go ahead and try running it again if in case it fails, just to make sure it's not something weird. I could probably do that in CI/CD only, but it just, yeah, it's fine. Okay, So we were expecting query mutation. Okay, so we got the operation name, we got that. We were expecting query of like mutation is, and we got query that because the mutation is way down here. Oh man, look at that. We have two. We have LMS courses and LMS courses by ID. We have all of them together. That's not what I want. It's pulling them all together in here. I wonder. I need them in different files. Oh, okay. That's good to know. So in my database here, we have these queries. So I almost want to create a query per file, essentially. So if I have let's create a folder queries, and inside of that we'll do create LMS account. Okay, we throw you in there. Startup Builder, hello. Learning how to build chatbots. You want to offer these services to small businesses, automated communication with customers via conversational AI chatbot. Do you think this is a good thing to do? Um, I I mean, I don't see why not to try, right? Like you could validate it, see whether or not people actually have interest. I think the only like good thing to do is whether or not people have interest in paying for it. Uh, I think a lot of companies would be interested in it. The question is, would they be willing to pay enough to make it worth worth it? Who knows? I signed up for a webinar from Hasura. They're going to talk about like creating a chat GPT sort of like forward API, wrapper API for ChatGPT in Hasura. So you can sort of like hit it with GraphQL and get ChatGPT responses. Seems like it's going to be pretty cool. Seems like similar to what you're talking about. It's like I could then potentially make that available, if even if only just to like my chatbot. Steven, hello. How are you doing today? Okay, so if I have you, let's just do this one only. Oh, and this needs to be GraphQL. Did that wrong. We need to rename you GraphQL. Okay, so you're happy with this. What do I think? Normal software engineer salary for 4 years in Denver. Oh my, I don't know. So it's been 3+ years since I've looked for a software engineering position, and I don't know. Um, if you're in Denver, there there's a Denver Devs Discord channel or Discord server. I would recommend joining that because there's been community people who've been asking and sort of like collecting together salaries. So instead of me just sort of making guesses, you can actually like find out what people actually are making. 100K? I mean, that could be right. I mean, it feels like it could be. 2 million, maybe a little bit more. But like Colorado passed a law saying that there has to be a range when you're putting a job out. So I could see somebody saying 4 years So mid-level software engineers, 100,000 to 2 million, somewhere in there is what they might pay you. Denver is not New York. New York is not 2 million either. There was that person in Silicon Valley who there was this article talking about like somebody who got 600K for over 4 years, which if you think about that isn't 600K over 5 years isn't really all that like special if we're talking about somebody very high up in the organization. That's only just like they're trying to like make a big number seem like a huge amount, but like they're very high up in like I don't know Google or something. It's like that seems low actually for 1 year maybe. That'd be extremely high. All right, so we have this mutation here. I've saved you, and I want to head back to. It's gonna be database queries here. Here's my create account. Yeah, create LMS. Okay, so the schema path is that schema.json. Okay, so then, all right, I wasn't in insert mode. Let's come back to here. So we go to database, queries, create LMS. Okay, that. Okay, so I think that will work a little bit better now. Let's try our test again. Reading 3 books a week, 400-page books. I mean, that's yeah, we got to get our money worth that somehow. Is it gonna try the number 3 again, or has that already been tried twice? I don't know. Oh, when am I gonna offer courses? So I'm building the LMS now, and so we're doing authentication. So I can create an account and log in, and then create the course. Then I have to create the readers that somebody can read the course, and then that. Oh, okay, 16 passed, but one of them failed. Yeah, we're getting this weird failure here. I don't know what's going on. That being said, I do have 3 courses for free on YouTube. They don't have like checks for understandings in them, but you can take any of those. I have I guess technically I have 4 courses. I have improved REST skills by building ECS. I have deploy to DigitalOcean, so setting up something like that. I have build like introduction to Yew and introduction to Axum. What did you think of new Attack on Titan? So I have to admit that while I know what Attack on Titan is because I've watched most of the first season of the first Attack on Titan, I was both not aware of there being a new Attack on Titan, and second of all, I've never seen more than a handful of episodes of the first season. So I don't know. It's on its final seasons of the. So yeah, I don't know. I what was I thinking about it? I think like I don't know why it was I think it was giving me too much stress watching it, and I think that a lot of like the sort of like the combat like shows that I have, maybe it's just because like there's a lot of drama type stuff in there too, and it's just like it was like I need to go watch this at another time, like when I'm not just generally stressed. which unfortunately is a lot of times these days. I am not from Canada. Also, time traveler. Hello. I am from, or I am living in Denver, Colorado. So United States, a little bit south. All right, what happened here? Can create an account. We're waiting for the get started link. And what? You never found it? All right, let's try the trace and see what happened here. The trace thing is, I like this a lot for playwright. It's we can sort of see what happened. So that never loaded. So I went to slash, and we got a blank screen. So what's going on here? This is fine. What anime did I like then? Well, so pretty much all of the Studio Ghibli ones is like required for liking, and I have. It's been a while since I've watched them, but I did like and enjoy all of those. What other ones did I enjoy and watch? There's been a bunch that I've only watched like one or two seasons of, and not like the full thing, so it's hard for me to say like I watched everything. I watched. I think I haven't finished the first season of One Punch Man. I like that. I like that a lot, but I still want to continue that. There's a couple others that I forget the names of though. So unfortunately, I don't remember. I don't remember them. Sometime I'll have to like come up and like create a list. Darth Millennial, hello. I am working on an LMS. So we're creating this LMS here. I am currently trying to set up testing for creating a new account. So when I go to get started, we then put in our email and a password, hit the create account, and it should, create an account in the system. Uh, it actually works, but we're trying to get automated testing work, and my automated testing literally just loaded an empty screen, which is um, not generally what you want. Let's try just running this again and see if it was a one-off. If any of you have any suggestions, feel free to like send it to me. I don't have accounts for like any of the like to watch any of the animes or anything else like that, but always looking for more things to sort of watch with my wife. Okay, it's working now. So can create an account. So this should not have actually created an account because I intercepted, which is fine because it didn't continue it on. Oh, I probably okay. I need to cancel it, I think. I know, yeah, I have used Cypress in the past. So what happened was I still like Cypress. I like Cypress a lot. Yes, you can do full one. So let's go through this quickly, and then also Darth, what's the front end built with? The front end is built with Yew.rs, which I have to be like super specific with my pronunciation because there's Vue too. So Yew is a front end framework in Rust. So I can write Rust code and then run it on the front end. And it's very similar syntax. I would say it's like similar to React and Vue together, sort of closer to React, but there's a little Vue in there. Testing wise, we're using JavaScript technology. I'm using Playwright. I'm using this because one of my mentors suggested that I look into it because he believes that it's the testing framework of the future. Basically, the new shiny thing that's going to overtake Cypress eventually. So I wanted to sort of try it out and sort of see how it works. Does it run Rust as WASM? Yes, it does. Well, the best way is it compiles your Rust into WASM. You need a mentor too. Where did I find my mentor? I worked with him. So when I was working, I've collected a few mentors, but when I was working at one of my several jobs, if there's somebody there who knows a lot that I want to sort of know too, or that like has really good insights, I sort of try to create an outside of work relationship with them. When I eventually left my job there, I keep in contact with him. So go hang out every once in a while, but also sometimes just deliberately reach out and say, "Hey, I have a question for you. Can we just chat about it?" And he's almost always up for it. And so that's how I can get like mentorship type things. I've actually done mentorship chats on stream. So Kyle is one of my mentors. Dan Levy, no relation to the Dan Levy at Google, is one of my mentors, and Danny, who is hasn't been on the stream in a while, but has joined us a few times as well. So that's how I found them. I found them at various places I've worked at. Not that Dan Levy either. Not that Dan Levy. All right. Okay. So this is Playwright. The idea here, and I'm also trying like a slightly different type of testing. In Cypress, it really lends itself to testing everything on the page, and Playwright is really trying to convince us to not do that. So instead, what we're saying is, okay, do things as a user would do them. So I navigate to slash. I'm gonna wait until network idle. So I'm simulating somebody going to my page. They want to they're going to take some time to sort of scan the page so they don't instantly click on something. Wait until things have loaded. They're gonna see the get started button. They say, hey, I want to click that. So they click it. I'm getting it by role here too. So I'm saying, hey, give me a link that has this name. Yes, it waits until there's no XHR requests. Exactly. Um, I now check the URL. So this is my check to make sure, like, hey, we're on the right page now. I create an interceptor here. So this is sort of like Cypress's sci.route, where I'm saying, okay, if something hits the GraphQL UI, intercept it. I'm actually grabbing the body out of the request. I'm creating the body that I'm expecting to, and then I'm expecting that they equal to each other. So um, this all comes in handy when I get here and I say, okay, we want to create an account, find something with the label email and fill it in. Find something with the label password and fill that in. Find something that looks like a button and click it. And then also make sure that the interceptor ran, and then that way this test here runs too. So that's what Playwright looks like. Something else that Playwright is really interesting. There's accessibility tests here, which we need to add one in for create account. So let's do that really quickly. We'll do from here. There. Let's do create account. So this is going to test accessibility for each page. So this is create account page. should not have any automatically detectable accessibility issues. I can route to here. I don't actually need to intercept just by going to the page. We go to, I think it's create account. Is that right? Yeah, create oh, it's /auth create account. Auth create account, wait until network idle, scan the page using Axe Builder, and then verify that there's 0 violations. So if we run this, Playwright also by default runs once on each type of browser. So I get once for, that's why like each test spawns 3 more tests, and then I have each test run twice to make sure it's actually like good. If you have multiple buttons, you can get more specific by getting that button. Exactly. But the idea is that I'm forcing my test to sort of follow what a user would actually do. So the user might see multiple buttons. How would they know which button to click? That would then be like maybe the label of it. Most problems are in Safari, of course. So in this case, I had 3 failed, 1 from Chrome, Firefox, and WebKit. Both of them were accessibility issues. If you look up here, ensures that the document has a main landmark. So we get this with, and it's the same with all of them, right? Oh no, look at this. Okay, so this one has ensures the contrast between foreground and background colors meets WCAG 2A contract ratio thresholds. So that's interesting. That doesn't like my color. Oh, and this tests on Safari. So this tests on WebKit. So here we can see the test failed on Chrome, it failed on Firefox, and it failed on WebKit. So I can now make sure that at least from a business logic point of view, the visitors to the site can do what I want them to be able to do. It may not look right. Like this doesn't test that it like looks correct, but I can sort of verify that myself. I do need to go there with like Safari and like actually look at it. Can you take a screenshot and see layout on Safari? I believe I can. I bet I can. Let's see. So let's go to this first one. So first one was Chromium. Was this the Chromium one? Oh, retry number 2. Okay, so it tried multiple times. I get videos and other things that I can watch as well. All right, where's my... Okay, so Chromium should not have any automatically detectable issues, and then I can do a trace for this run through. And we can see what it ended up looking like. So it loads, create auth create account, and eventually here it loads the page. Okay, so that's what it looks like. Now it got to this point. Where does this frame evaluate happen? So navigated. Okay, so the evaluate happens over here. Where I have, okay, so it's loaded up the thing. That's good. Oh, you do your testing on Browser Stack. I've not used Browser Stack before. I'm sure I could have it take a screenshot. Absolutely. I have it take a video on failure right now. So that's also helpful. So we have this canvas 2D. Okay. Evaluate failed. That's weird. Now, one thing I do wish that I could do here is load up all of the uh, the traces at the same time. I wonder if I could do that. I wonder if I could say npx playwright show trace. Okay, test results. Star slash trace dot zip. Can I do that? I am very confused with what I'm looking at here. That seems to have tried to load them all. Oh yeah, that input food is huge. I plan on later on adding in another thing in another column to the right, but that's going to come later. And because it's going to come later, I'm not going to worry about the design of that right now. And I don't want to like add something in that's not useful yet. So that's the reason why I'm not going to worry about the that being too long. Huh. So that's fun. Let's just close that up and not worry about that. Oh, okay, so test results. All of these, I think some of them were the successful ones too, which is too bad. Oh, because it's creating these every time. Okay, so you're saying have a main landmark, level 1 heading. So this one here, let's take a look at you. I guess we'll do bottom first because it's easier. Okay, so we start, create a new page, go to slash. Look at that. It's an evaluating at this point. Evaluate, evaluate, evaluate. There's nothing loaded here. That's not good. Okay, it gets to this. Okay, then it does evaluate, evaluate, close. Where's the errors? I don't see any errors. I don't see those two. Landmark sounds like accessibility stuff. Yeah, so accessibility stuff is really important. And the landmark in this case is talking about something like main, like a main tag or something like that, which they all should have a main tag because if we go in and we investigate this, here's our main role main. So that should be fine. This one's a little bit weird. Now, there's also this frame evaluate execution context was destroyed. So I'm a little bit actually you do so fun fact, you have to add in the role if you want like that's actually said in MDN. I found that out. It was surprised by it because I thought I didn't need the role, but apparently we do. So main role main MDN. I think it actually shows it in here. Oh, it's RN main role. Oh, interesting. It yelled at me when I didn't have that, which I thought was interesting. But yeah, I could probably remove it. Let's try removing it. It's not index. I think it's my app. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so I've got that built there and running. Now, if we take a look at playwright config, I do have it set to, okay, trace on, video on. We can turn, I would love for this to be like on first retry. Oh, retry with trace might be good. Or retain on failure might be good. Let's try this. We'll try retain on fail or retry on, I don't know which one I want. Video, let's do the same thing. We'll do retain on failure. In this case, then maybe I can just do retries 1. Okay. Let's run this again. Okay, so you're upset. Now this one is the color contrast one, which is strange to me. Like why does it have color contrast problems? I don't think it should. But let's go find out where it thinks that it needs that. So we go to create account. Oh, that might be it. It might not like that. Why did that not load? I don't see it. The error is actually showing up here though. Yeah, results no. It's really tiny. I'm not seeing anything there. Okay, you didn't find any problems. You did not find any problems either. I'm confused about why what's going on with that. Let me try. Let's try removing the what is it called? Test results. Let me go. Okay, I think this got saved. Let's retain. Okay, so we have trace video, retain on failure. I'm kind of wondering whether or not this is really working. So let's find out. So let's double check that I saved. Let's not continuously remove those over and over again. Let's try this again. Okay, so accessibility issues on courses and on homepage and on create account. Zilby, hi. Come on down. Okay, 2 flaky and 3 failed. Hi. So execution context was destroyed, most likely because of a navigation. I went to courses. Why did I get a navigation on course? No, you don't want to. Let's open up this trace. Let's see what happened here. Are you done already? Of course. Of course. Okay, so I guess I'll turn that off. We get a new page. We route, we go to courses. We load this up. We fulfill. So the route fulfills. We evaluate. Evaluate. And then the execution context was destroyed. That's weird. So that's going to be in the accessibility spec. So that's here in courses. So test courses should not have that. We have, do these need to be async? No, because we're running these off of here. Do these need to be async? It doesn't hate me for having them on here. Okay, so we have the test to describe, and then we have test courses. Okay, so test those, should not have any accessibility issues. We have async. We await the page coming in. We await, okay, so page.route. So we set up this. And heck, I'm fulfilling it with mock data. We go to courses, wait until network idle. Scan the results and to equal. And that's courses here. Okay, let's try that one change. Let's see if that's any better. We have 2 flaky tests too, which is not great. Yeah, we're getting this frame that execution context was destroyed. But it's most likely because of navigation, but it's not trying to navigate. I'm not trying to tell it to navigate. So we're going to courses, wait for network idle. We intercept here, but I'm not. That's like fulfilling is then like pretending that it made a 2-way back. I don't know what's going on with that. Let's try the config again. So let's say I retry like 3 times. Trace, let's do it twice again. Maybe not 3 times. For you, I could retry with trace. We can try that. No overload matches this call. Oh, retry it with video. That would be helpful. Okay, let's try this one. Okay, so this one is the color contrast one. Oh, interesting. I don't see the retry with trace here. Wait, does it show it after or before? Have I been looking at the wrong traces? Okay, I think this was that one the first time I tried it. Okay, let's try this one. All right, this one has a timeout in it. So new page, go to create account, evaluate, 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 evaluate. There's a new page here. Why does it have a new page? Yeah, and then we get this context. Execution context was destroyed. I'm like really confused by why that trace is matched with this return, which is not the same thing. Element has insufficient color contrast of 1.86. Foreground color. Okay, expected a contrast ratio of 4.5 to 1. So we need it a lot darker. Now, I believe what they're talking about is this thing right here. So I'm going to turn off dark mode. So everybody protect your eyes. And that is fairly light here. Now this is class form text. I bet I can override this. Okay, so form text, we have, oh, color is set to that. I kind of want to override form text. And then maybe make this something darker. Can I? We can do something like that. That would work. Okay, so this is form text. Oh, this isn't even over here. This is a problem over in YCL. Sass, I want style. Do I have any form color? I do not have a form color in here. I know we have some overrides. There you go, overrides. Let's override the form color. What are you inside? Root. Okay, that's fine. I don't know if I could do something like form color and then override this with I want one of these other corollaries, which I can do. I think it's a calc. Oh no, it's a var. I'm thinking of this Sass, not CSS. Okay, I want some color that's good. Do color grade 3. Can I do color? We have color gray 1. Okay, so if I do that, we come over here and we have it recompile. So it just opens up something and save. That didn't do it. Okay. Okay, can I search for form text? Oh, it didn't find it. Okay. I believe that I'm grabbing this. So in the LMS here, I'm grabbing it. Okay, Sass from BB style. Yeah, I'm grabbing it directly from YCL over here. So as long as I'm saving this, so this is not the correct place to put it. Let's see if I like put it down here. Are you happy? You're not happy. Oh, because that's like a very not correct. Okay, let's try this again. Oh, it's form text also. I didn't any none of that was done correctly. Uh let's create like maybe I have a form section. No form sections. Let's go create a new one. Okay. Uh form overrides. Okay, so we want a form dash text. And then in here we'll do a color is going to be a var color. Sure, let's try color gray run. See what happens. Then I want to switch to here. Well, that made it. That's the worst. That is impossible to read. So it's going to give us a worse number now. But I'm now overwriting it. So here I have this color gray one. What are my choices? Color gray like 3, 4, 5. That's better. 6 might be better. So let's try that one. Okay, that's darker, I believe, which means I can now go back to here and let's rerun our tests. No, not that. I want to rerun the test. Okay, that's the create account page is having accessibility issues. That's fine. I kind of expect us to have something there. Okay. I think all we have is create account page. We now have a color ratio of 4.22 and it needs to be 4.5. So we came really, really close. Really, 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 really close. So I want to make this instead of a 6, we'll make this a 7. We'll save you. Let's resave you to pull that in. I don't know if I really need to do that or not. Let's try this again. I mean, yes, the address is already used. It's also told not to try to create a new server. So that seems odd that it tried. Oh, wait. We're having weird problems again. Look at this. It's running over here. Emergency. Okay. Emergency exit. You quit without saving. Quitting Zellage. I somehow got it to be in that like weird do everything all at once thing. You're not having a problem. Only that one's having a problem. Interesting. Okay, so let's save you. Let's try this again. New tab. Excuse me. Barely got that in time. Okay, LMS. Let's head over to LMS here. Let's vim it. We should be okay now. Oh, I need to pane split right. Let's launch a server here. Okay, we're happy there, which means I can now split down. Split down. Let's launch our tests in here. So I know it's behind me a little bit. Also, hey, didn't I? Oh, Zilby messed up my green screen. That's what happened. He was playing with it a little bit earlier. Okay, so let's do a MPX test here. Now it's all passing. Okay, so we fixed the accessibility issues in create account. Everything's happy. Excellent. Let's add all of you. And I think you're all okay to commit up. All right, so we're going to commit up. We are testing, creating a new account. There is one other thing we need to do. I need to, in the database, tell it to set the create account action to be publicly accessible because I keep on running into that error. So that's over here. So in Hasura metadata, it's not that one. It's that one. I want you to be private. Oh, permissions. I do this. Y3Y. Come up here. So this is there. Save that. Quit out. We're good. So this is set up create. Oh, create account is now public. So we're gonna push you. This will take a little bit of time to run and go through its thing. And then I think you're done. We're done here with creating an account, I believe. Let's push you. All right, so that should now push up and auto deploy. So we're going to deploy database stuff. And we're going to deploy the app to its various places. So that's all good. And as soon as that's done, then I can work on the next thing. So I'm not exactly sure if I should like end now, because like these take a while to run, or if we should just sit here and wait for like 10 minutes or so. Think I might. I think we might just sort of end it, and I might continue working on this a little bit off stream. Um, the next things I want to do, I want to set up login so that we can actually log into this system. I want to set up that I can log in as a learner or an admin also, and then create a new course. And so authentication's boring. I don't know if you care that much about it. So I think I might just call it. So, uh, everybody, thank you so much for hanging out today. I will be back on Monday morning. We'll see how far I get, whether or not I still am going to work on authentication, or if we get onto creating a new course, which is what I'm hoping that we're going to be able to work on. And courses are going to be in Markdown format inside of the database, so that's going to be interesting too to sort of see how that's going to work. So with that, have a great rest of your day and have a great weekend, and I'll see you next time. Bye.